And the winner is Philip Kerr. Only the panel know, and the chap who wrote out the cheque at the last minute.
This is the same speech I wrote when I was shortlisted for the Ellis Award last year. And for that matter, the first time I was shortlisted the year before. I really didn't expect to win, so I couldn't see the point of writing another. And being a Scot, I never like to throw anything away, especially something I've written, so I hope you'll forgive me if I just go ahead and use this one. Okay, sorry. Sorry if it's a bit out of date. Publishing has never been in a better state. The new book market continues to grow encouragingly. New bookshops opening all the time. Future of books, the book looks secure. Reassuringly to us Luddites, digital publishing remains a Jeff Bezos pipe dream. Anne Enright's book, The Gathering, promises to be one of the most memorable Booker prizes. Talking of prizes, I didn't think I was going to win this one when I saw the shortlist, and even now it strikes me that Jason Goodwin's detective, who happens to be a eunuch. Anyway, sorry, I love the idea of eunuchs. In my opinion, the more eunuchs there are around, the better it is for well-endowed chats like me. And perhaps if there were a few less pricks in politics, then we wouldn't be in the mess we are now. All right, get to the right side. But enough of David Abrams and Peter Watt. See, this really is the thing. I'd like to thank the judges and the CWA for giving me this prize. This is the first prize I've won in this country since collecting the Bad Sex Award in whenever it was. And to borrow a line or two from Baddiel and Skinner's Great England Football song, 3 years in a row, champagne glass still gleaming, 14 years of hurt never stopped me dreaming. Something like that, anyway, you get the general idea. I'd like to thank the Headline Book Publishing Group and Little Brown. I'd like to thank the usual suspects, Keaton, Fenster, Kint, Kobayashi, Kaiser Seze, my wife, Jane Finn, for her unfailing support and loyalty. I'd like to thank Penguin Books in Britain for having the wit and good sense to allow me to revisit Bernie Gunter, but I can't because they didn't. So instead, I'd like to thank everyone at my publishers, Quercus, and the other significant Jane in my life, my editor Jane Wood. Jane Wood has had wood for my work for many good years now, which in publishing terms makes it the very opposite of a eunuch. And I'm very grateful to her having the cojones to stick with me. Now then, this is the serious part. To all those two-book deal publishers who demand almost instant success from novelists these days, which is all of them, I think, I'd also like to mention the salutary example of Edith Pargeter. Edith was born in 1913, yes. Her first published novel was Hortensius, Friend of Nero, in 1936. But it was not until 1977 when she published a staggering 40 books, yes, 40, that she brought into being the character for which she's known today the world over, Brother Cadfael. Yes, I'm talking about Ellis Peters. The first appearance of her most enduring character was in The Morbid Taste for Bones in 1977, and the Benedictine monk mixed his herbs, tonsured his head, and unravelled murderous mysteries in the sylvan setting of Shrewsbury Abbey for a further 19 novels to the virtual exclusion of all other work, which just goes to show that sometimes you have to wait a little for an author to find his true voice, or her true voice. Not to mention the success that often follows this. And as someone who's published a comparatively modest 20-something books, I, for one, am grateful to have Edith's indefatigable example before me. And I'd like to think that after writing, let's see, another 45 books, I, like Edith, might myself be in a position one day to sponsor a fantastic award like this one, but not too soon, I hope, since I might also be dead. To all those excellent authors who are shortlisted for this justifiably celebrated award, I'd like to suggest that if they did write a speech, to save it up for next year, like I did, when I'm sure they'll get a chance to give it, as I've done here tonight. Failing that, they can always borrow this one. Last of all, an apology to those of you who are expecting a big smile and a rather more topical speech. Well, to borrow something said by Peter O'Toole in the great film Lawrence of Arabia, in the scene where he meets General Sir Archibald Murray, "It's my manner, sir. It looks ungrateful, but it isn't really." Instead, you must try to think of the famous Meg Ryan restaurant scene. Saying, "You have a pretty good idea how I'm feeling now." Yes! Yes! Yes!